Mr. Ballinger?
I first want to start off by thanking my wife, who has taken on the responsibility in the last couple of months of being the mother, the caregiver, and the father. I'd like to take a little second to thank my son, William, who right now is probably coming home from football practice. And where in the past I've been there trying to motivate him and get him going. He understands my passion to help out children and my need and wanting to be a representative on the school board. When you get to know me, I think you'll learn to believe in me. As a good friend and a former Howard County resident, Jets head coach Rex Ryan says, it's go time. And I think that's what we need to start doing now. We've had 2 months to let you know how great we are and what we want to do. Now it's time for us to show how we're going to do it. I stated earlier in this debate how I was going to fulfill my promise to making sure that parents and teachers and students are heard by my commitment. I also want to talk to you now about my commitment to fiscal responsibility and my belief that right now we have out of control spending, and during these times we need to make sure we spend every dollar efficiently. If I'm elected, within 60 days, I want to bring together some entrepreneurs and small business owners in Howard County and have them look at our budget again, go through and highlight areas in which we can ensure the quality of education in our classroom, but also find ways in which we can cut spending and make sure that education is affordable to the residents and to the citizens of Howard County. I will do that. That's the second key point of I said today. Fiscal responsibility and making sure our teachers and our parents are heard. I will step up and I will do, and I'm giving you a plan of how I'm going to do it. Now challenge all of us for our plans and make an educated choice in November about who is going to take us in the direction you want us to go in the future. Thank you very much, and I hope that I've gained your vote on November.
Ms. Kornreich?
Thank you. In the time I have been running this campaign, I've sought the suggestions and opinions of people that I have met along the way. It has made me realize that despite the fact that we have a highly ranked school system, there are many in our community whose needs we have not met and for whom we can do better. Here's a sampling of them. The entire Northeast school community, where dense residential development has resulted in a worsening overcrowding situation. 3 Northeast elementary schools alone are currently over capacity by a total of 331 kindergarten through 5th grade students. That's enough to fill half of a standard 600-seat elementary school today. In addition, the county has spent $20 million on 3 additions to 2 Northeast schools in 2 years. With better planning and projections, that $20 million would have been used to build us a brand new elementary school. Our special education community. In a rush to include most special ed students fully into the general education classroom, we have removed the individual and small group instruction that they used to receive from a special education resource teacher. The focus on the individual students' needs has been lost, and we must bring it back. Gifted and advanced students, since we cannot offer every class at every school, we must find new ways to offer the higher level classes that students with exceptional aptitude require in order to excel. We should be investigating online learning options and magnet schools, models that have found success in many other school systems. As your board member, I will make it my priority to address these needs and the needs of our entire community. Together, we can do better. My name is Leslie Kornreich, and I would like to represent you on the Board of Education.
Mr. Meshkin?
I want to thank the voters of Howard County for watching this forum this evening and for selecting me as one of your top 4 finalists in last Tuesday's primary election. Even though the Board of Education appears way down at the bottom of the ballot, nothing affects the bottom line more of our county budget, our property values, our community's reputation, our tax bill, and most importantly, our future, more than what happens in our schools. All of this is at stake in this election. Our kids' K-12 education is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and they're not going to get these years back when the recession ends. The Board of Education must be more fiscally responsible and publicly responsive. With so many candidates on the ballot, it's hard to know who to vote for. It's a tribute to our community that there are so many good candidates willing to sacrifice time away from their families and investing their own personal money in this effort. Each and every candidate running values education, wants to improve our schools, but not everyone up here tonight has the same qualifications. or has had the same degree of involvement in the Howard County Public School system. Every candidate has some good ideas on how to improve our schools, but not everyone has the experience actually implementing those ideas. All of us talk about increasing public involvement in our schools, but very few have actually done so. As a citizen activist and as a concerned father, I've already been actively engaged in doing these things, and I feel compelled, and that's why I'm running for school board to do so much more. I'm not running against anyone on this panel. I am running against complacency and cynicism. We must protect our successes, but we should not use our success as an excuse to be complacent and prevent us from doing better. We must progress and not just preserve. If I'm elected to the Board of Education, I will be a leader for fiscal responsibility, technology, innovations, and increasing public involvement and input in our schools. In this election, you're basically choosing 4 people to represent you. I encourage you to learn about our qualifications and what we've already done in the schools, and I hope by doing so, you will vote for me, Brian Meshkin, on November 2nd. Thank you.
Mr. Aquino.
What do I bring to the table? When I ran 4 years ago, I came to you as an experienced public education advocate. I've learned a lot in the last 4 years and now come to you as an experienced board member. I don't shy away from that fact. I am proud to have stepped up and held leadership positions in 3 of the last 4 years. As a board member, the most important thing we do is make decisions, important decisions that impact citizens of Howard County in areas that concern them most, their families and their pocketbooks. I take that responsibility very seriously and have the experience to help the board face the challenges ahead. Remember, there are still Howard County students who are not performing up to their potential. There's an endless sea of new and changing regulations to comply with. There are continued efforts to chip away at local school board control, and unfunded mandates and budgetary constraints are not going away anytime soon. As you've heard me say many, many times, my campaign is based on 3 principles: integrity, civility, and a commitment to excellence. I'll answer your questions truthfully and honestly, and as is evidenced by earlier this evening, I'll even say I don't know when I don't know. I'll treat you with respect. I'll work with you to help find solutions to your problems. After 2 years as the board chair, I understand the value of collaboration and consensus building. It's my goal that all of Howard County public school systems will excel and perform at the highest possible levels of achievement. Dedicated education professionals, challenging curriculum, facilities and equipment that we can be proud of, and an involved school community are the ingredients for continued success of the Howard County public school system. The bottom line, however, is that I'm just a father who wants the very best public education possible for my children and all of Howard County's children. That's what I bring to the table, and I ask for your support. I'm pleased to have been endorsed by the Howard County Education Association and the Columbia Democratic Club, and I look for you to vote for me again on November 4th. Thank you very much.